Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Continuing our top 15 series, we've got something special lined up for you today. I know so many of you have been asking for a customer reviews analysis for this one. Well, we're finally doing it. But before we get into that, don't forget to check this exclusive discount for it. You can find the link in both the video description and the top comment below. Now, let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details.
Let's start by delving into the insights shared by our first reviewer.
This reviewer came to this Wi-Fi setup after trying two other popular mesh systems that failed to provide adequate coverage in a challenging two-level double-brick house. While their previous systems were not bad, they required a large number of satellites to get even an average signal, and one of them had an overly simplified interface that lacked crucial features like port forwarding. The biggest difference with this new mesh system is its support for a wired backhaul. This feature, which our reviewer notes is rare in domestic-grade equipment, allows each satellite to be plugged directly into the home's hardwired network. For their new three-level house with a concrete floor, this was a complete game-changer, resulting in a full-strength signal everywhere. This setup also frees up wireless bandwidth, as data from the satellites doesn't have to compete for airtime to communicate back to the main router. The client found the setup process to be a breeze, and the speeds are now incredible, easily hitting over 500 Mbps wirelessly throughout the home. They praise the thoughtful features, such as the ability to create a separate, isolated wireless network just for smart home devices, which is a great security measure. The system's management is also a high point, with a capable phone app that allows for network control even when away from home, and a detailed web interface for prioritizing traffic to ensure a smooth 4K movie streaming experience. However, a couple of frustrations did emerge. The company only provides 90 days of free technical support, after which a subscription is required. A reviewer felt this was unreasonable for a premium product, especially when seeking help for issues caused by a faulty firmware update. They also tried the optional security subscription, but found it so intrusive that it blocked legitimate programs, leading them to uninstall it. Despite being a significant investment, this client concludes that this Wi-Fi system is far superior to anything else they've tried. The wired backhaul alone, they feel, is worth the price of entry, finally delivering the kind of seamless, powerful home wireless that has always been promised.
Opening things up, our first reviewer gives us their take.
This reviewer notes that this is their third iteration of a mesh system from this particular brand, having upgraded from a previous model that was ultimately a disappointment. Despite having a gigabit fiber connection, our reviewer was struggling to get more than a fraction of that speed on any device, even on desktops wired directly into the satellite units. Since running Ethernet cables throughout their home isn't an option, the dedicated wireless backhaul feature has always been the main draw for them. Given that both they and their partner work from home and depend on a stable, high-speed connection, they decided to take a chance on this new, albeit incredibly expensive, mesh system. They were admittedly skeptical, almost hoping it wouldn't live up to the hype so they could justify returning it and saving the money. However, the performance difference was described as insanely better. After setting it up as their main router, they are now consistently seeing speeds from 700 to over 950 Mbps on computers connected to the satellites, a massive leap from their previous setup. Wireless devices like modern laptops and phones are also pulling in impressive speeds, ranging from 400 to 700 Mbps with very low latency. This client states these are the fastest and most stable wireless speeds they have ever achieved with their fiber connection. In the end, while acknowledging that the system has only been in use for a short time, the verdict is that it's a solid and powerful piece of hardware. The big question of its value comes down to individual need. For households with a fast internet plan of 500 Mbps or more, who can't run wires but have heavy demands like simultaneous streaming, gaming, and video calls, this system might just be worth the significant investment for the peace of mind. For anyone else, there are far more affordable options that will perform just fine.
Awesome. Let's hear what our next reviewer has to share about their experience.
This reviewer and his wife both work from home and recently upgraded their home network with this new mesh Wi-Fi system. While admitting it's a considerable investment, they feel it has significantly improved their internet experience and is worth the cost. Our reviewer previously used a different mesh system with a router and two satellite nodes in their two-story house. They have a gigabit internet connection, but were experiencing frequent disconnects and extremely slow speeds, sometimes dipping as low as 15 MB/s. Even standing right next to one of the old router nodes, speeds were only around 600 MB/s and dropped dramatically elsewhere in the house. After installing this new Wi-Fi system and placing the satellite units in the same locations, they consistently get speeds of 600 plus MB/s throughout the house, and even higher, exceeding 800 MB/s when near the main router unit. After a few weeks, they haven't experienced any network disruptions. They also noticed a big improvement with their outdoor security cameras. Previously, viewing live feeds was difficult due to poor Wi-Fi connectivity. Now the connection is strong and reliable with 100% signal strength to all devices. The setup process was straightforward, and the new system's setup software made the transition easy. Almost all devices connected automatically, with only one Wi-Fi camera needing manual intervention. The reviewer also likes the features offered by the companion app, especially the free trial. They found the features very useful and plan on setting up a subscription long-term if the price is reasonable. Overall, our reviewer strongly recommends this setup for anyone experiencing much slower speeds than what their internet provider promises. They suggest that if you live in a smaller one-story house, you might even be able to get away with the single satellite option to save some money.
Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. See you next time.